We're back in the Bloom Kitchen with our friend, longevity and registered dietitian and the author of Cooking for High Performers, Ella Davar, who is here whipping up some macro-friendly pancakes. I'm like, pancakes? Dietitian, is it true?
It is, and I'm so excited for you to try this simple recipe. Most of us, when it comes to healthy eating, what do we think about? Hard-boiled eggs or oatmeal? So this is basically it, but in the pancake form. It's 3 simple ingredients, and they're so easy because we'll be blending them using a high-speed blender. So there's really not much cooking and messing around involved. And what's awesome about these pancakes that you could use them as part of your meal prep. You could freeze them and use them later on.
Nice.
So we'll begin with the high-speed blender, and we're putting all of the ingredients there. 1 cup of rolled oats. I like to use old-fashioned because they're higher in fiber and nutrients. Then we'll be using a couple of bananas. And I love using the browner ones because the browner they are, the higher the sweetness. And this is the only source of sugar and sweetness that we're adding there. These pancakes are basically flourless and sugarless. They're sweetened with natural fruit. And then we're adding a little bit of liquid, and sometimes I use coconut milk or regular milk, but for these we'll make them fitness approved and low calorie, so we'll be using water.
All right.
And then for protein and fats, we'll be adding a couple of eggs.
All right.
How often do you make pancakes for your children?
I make pancakes about once a week, and I do a gluten-free variety.
So oats are naturally gluten-free, and when you use them in the old-fashioned way like this, it really helps to just create diversity of different options for breakfast. So let's quickly blend it.
All right.
So do you know how to use this?
No.
We put the lid up and turn it on. There it is. So it doesn't take much, only 20 to 30 seconds. There it is. And there it is. So here's the thing with this recipe. If the batter is a little too thin, you just add a little extra oats. If it's too thick, add a little bit of more almond milk or coconut milk, whatever you're using.
But do you think these are okay?
I think this is awesome. So let's start with using a cast iron pan and using a little bit of coconut oil or olive oil, whatever you prefer. But I love using coconut oil because it has the higher smoke point. So make them, oh my God, look how beautiful. Make them smaller, like smaller to medium, because what I find is like easier to handle. And also kids prefer a smaller version of it. Okay, look at that.
That one's really extra small.
And then you can always add some toppings. I personally love to use blueberries or walnuts. Pecans taste really good with this. And this is it. Also, another thing that we forgot to use, the cinnamon. Any flavor enhancer that you love. Some people like to use chai spices to make them really authentically flavored. They all work great. So a couple of minutes, no more than that, and then you flip them. As soon as you see these bubbles on the top, that's where the first sign is that you need to be flipping them. And this is pretty much it. These are gluten-free, flour and sugar-free pancakes, and I want you to try one.
I will try one.
I made them this morning, and voila, I turn it on a little bit early. So it's basically a cup of delicious oatmeal in the pancake form, but with high protein due to the eggs, as well as the bananas. So basically no sugar added, which I love about these pancakes.
These are actually really good, and I'm eating them, it's ice cold, and I still think they're really good. And they don't taste that different than the gluten-free mixed ones, and this you can control the ingredients.
Exactly, and they're so easy to make. For those people who don't have a blender, you can use oat flour. But this is basically what we created using a blender. We blended the oats and made an oat flour, and bananas used it natural because, like I said, the browner they are sweet enough. Yes, you could serve it with a little bit of honey if you have a sweet tooth kind of kids in the house, so that works. My favorite sweetener is definitely honey, but I don't recommend adding it to the batter. I recommend serving it with. But blueberries and Greek yogurt, they also add a little bit of extra nutrition, and kids love it as well as adults.
And this is the one, you made these actually with the coconut milk?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's really, really good. I mean,
you could use almond milk or coconut milk.
Okay, really good to know. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna share this recipe on bloomtampabay.com.